Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Redneck Review. In case you didn't notice already, there is no video for this episode. We had some changes here at the studio, and so we're just gonna do audio only here for a while. Sorry, you can imagine what we're wearing. You can think about Quint in his apron, naked, standing in your kitchen when you get home from work.
Yeah, isn't that fucking great?
And
little asshole
his ass is out. You can barely see the bottom of his balls because they're so stretchy and they like hang down real far. So you can barely see his balls, barely see his ass, and you just get a waft of his ass.
I actually got my balls taped to my gooch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. Yeah. So you
along
can see
with my penis, so I have a mangina.
Yeah. So Eric Andre style.
Yeah, Eric Andre style.
Yeah. So we might do like one live session a month. We'll have to talk it over with Quint. But all right, well, let's get into it. So I just want to remind you guys that this show is brought to you by R.C. McGraw's in Manhattan, Kansas in the Blue Hill Shopping Center. Check them out at mcgrawsmanhattan.com. Make sure you stop by there Tuesday through Thursday. They've got, double-decker tacos, 99-cent wings, free country dance lessons.
Bike night.
Bike night is over now, actually.
Oh, no more bike night.
No more bike night, but...
Fuck!
But...
Damn it!
It is still a great establishment. You guys go there. Check them out at mcgrawsmanhattan.com. Also, this show is brought to you by Oak City Hot Sauce. Check them out at oakcityhotsauce.com. They are now in stores over in North Carolina. So that's big news for them. So check them out.
They also released another flavor with a joint effort from another company, I think.
Dope. Yeah, so check them out at oakcityhotsauce.com and check them out on Facebook at Oak City Hot Sauce Company. There's some really good guys, and we really appreciate their support. So, all right, guys, we do have a guest today, however. It is the one and the only positive dude.
Can't say gay anymore.
You can't say gay anymore?
No, we lost our sponsorship.
We have a straight challenged
alternate
male.
lifestyle.
Alternate lifestyle.
Yeah, we have a straightly challenged person, Paul.
No, we lost our sponsorship with Westboro Baptist Church because they said we don't hate gays enough.
Did you really have a sponsorship?
No, God, no. Fuck,
No.
it's just a joke.
You got to talk into the mic.
I don't fucking know.
No, it's funny because all right, guys. If you don't know already, we do live streams on Wednesdays with all the Redneck News guys, and Quint took it upon himself this week to say that we lost our sponsorship with Westboro Baptist Church because we don't hate gays enough, which implies that we hate gays.
No, it doesn't. It
Well,
just
you
says
said
we don't
enough.
hate it
It
to
does.
their.
It
Well,
100%.
that's a part of the joke.
It 100% insinuates that we hate gays.
Yeah, but we don't.
I mean,
Oh,
you take-
Do
course
we
we
need to clear the air that
Yeah,
we don't
I
hate
mean,
gays?
I mean, there might be somebody who gets triggered by
Literally,
by your words.
I have said much worse shit on the podcast.
I
and
mean-
nobody said anything.
Oh yeah, because you're just threatening to email or mail bombs to people.
I
Like,
was
they wouldn't-
implying that it could happen.
but they wouldn't get. They're not as upset about that as us hating gays.
I don't hate gays. Why is it an issue?
It's not. It's just
you can hate gays. You just have to do it quietly to yourself.
Yeah, but that's the problem with Westboro Baptist. They're really loud.
Well, see, that's the thing. I didn't realize that that church was in Topeka for the longest time growing up. And those fuckers, I used to work in Topeka,
Yeah.
and those fuckers are out all the time, in like the Gage Park. Yeah, Gage Park.
What do they do for jobs? That's my question.
They've got a good family of lawyers
Oh, that's true.
that try and sue everybody. Please don't eat into the mic, for the love of
I'm
God.
gonna eat.
Yeah, do not do that. It'll frustrate the fuck out of me when I'm
Okay,
editing
cool.
this. I'll just want to break my.
No, I always
my
because I remember
computer.
they had a Vine account and one of
What?
yeah they had a Vine account and one of the most weirdly hilarious videos for my jaded sense of humor is right in the background is their website, which is godhatesfwords.com.
Yeah. Mhm.
And
What's F words?
well, you can't say that.
Oh, okay.
You know what it is. Yeah. Anyway, but they're sitting there cheering, and this old lady walks by, and there's like a coffee table, and she flips a bottle, and it lands, and she dabs. And I'm like, this is weirdly the most funny thing I think I've ever seen, because the banner in the background, and then they come in with the fucking pickets and shit that says God hates the F words.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just the weirdly like funniest vine I've ever seen.
It's like, this is so fucking garbage, but it's inherently funny. Just 'cause, yeah. But so Paul, you were in the military,
I was and am.
So what do you mean? Are you on an active reserve?
Yeah, I was active duty, 13 to 16. Was a 19 kilo M1 Abrams Armor crew member. Back then it was M1 Abrams Armor crewman, but
Yeah.
now there's women involved. So
Yes, it's gotta be member.
MOS changed.
But member refers to dick,
Yes.
so they need to change that.
Yeah.
because-
crew person.
Yeah, crew person.
Crew gender neutral human being.
Yes. Yeah.
That's where we
Yeah.
gotta go
Crew-
with this.
Crew they.
Crew they.
Uh,
And everyone in the tank refers to each other as they,
As they.
especially the tank
shoot
commander.
their ass.
Especially the tank commander when you're trying to do a fire mission,
Yeah.
and he's gonna call everyone they.
Yeah.
Or no, they are gonna call everyone they.
Yes, they.
Yes. And speak to everyone nicely and say, hey, will you please load the main gun so that we don't die?
Yeah, they're just screaming, please load it.
Please. Hey, load the tank.
So, I'm in the Army Reserve now as military police.
Oh,
And it's kinda-
oh,
it's-
God,
what you're
you're an
describing
MP.
is almost like the switch was going from active duty combat arms to Army Reserve military police.
Yeah.
I have yet to do a single push-up.
Yeah, no, in the reserves and the National Guard, because I was National Guard. There's not a whole lot of that. And usually, like the ones that transition over from active duty to the National Guard or reserves, like they stand out like a sore thumb because they're just like.
I'm not in the mic. I am
Yeah, you're
not.
right. No one
Yeah,
heard that.
You looked at me.
I
and
did.
was
I
like,
did because I was making sure you weren't gulping in the mic. But yeah, they stick out like a sore thumb because they're just hard charging, hard dick motherfuckers, and they're like getting ready to hem everybody up.
Yep.
And you're like, okay, I'm going to mind my P's and Q's. And then after like 2 months of drill, they're like, I don't give a fuck anymore. And
Yeah.
then they're like, okay, hey, welcome to the Guard.
I actually got pulled aside once by my sergeant. He was like, you got to stop calling me sergeant so much. And I was like, but you're sergeant. He was like, no, I know. But that's not how it works here.
Okay, well that's a little too far. I mean, like,
Military police.
yeah, that's a little too nonchalant for my taste. But you know, whatever.
Yeah, I still. There's rules and regulations for a reason. I tell people this shit all the fucking
Yeah.
time.
I just thought it was really weird of the military police to tell me when I was in the bars to pull my pants down, and they wanted to.
Well, I mean, they are gay.
That's actually part of our
It is.
process.
Oh, is you gotta
Yes.
have
When we-
anal sex with them.
When we detain you, the first thing we have to do is investigate the booty hole.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
okay.
if your dick gets hard, it means you're hiding
but
something.
they didn't have any uniforms on, and I was in somebody's house.
Yeah, undercover.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
shit,
undercover military police.
MT.
They're
Oh,
undercover
shit.
military police, and
It all makes sense now.
Did your dick get hard though?
No,
Well, then you're
Hey,
probably
I
gay.
had whiskey penis.
You had whiskey penis. Oh, so see that was in your protocols.
Is that one of those military lingo things? You know how they go foxtrot, alpha, whiskey, delta, penis?
Papa.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
one of them. I was wondering.
What? I don't know where you're going with that.
I don't know where I was going with it either. I was hoping something would come from that. just saying it, I didn't know.
Just-
I have a very, very limited.
Brain cell count.
Well, that, and then I would say
Vernacular.
that too. I would also say like a limited
IQ?
understanding of the military and all the lingo.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry about it. I'm
My
s-
grandfather served, and that's really about it. Well, both my grandfathers did.
Yeah.
So they
Cool.
were harder men than you.
Oh, I would say so. Yeah.
I mean, I
They
stay
wouldn't
hard
take
all the
me
time.
because I'm.
I wake
I'm
up in the morning.
retarded.
I wake up in the morning and take Viagra, and then I keep a boner all day, and I don't go to the doctor.
Dude, that's
'cause
actually
I'm
kind of
that hard.
badass.
I'm that hard.
How? Anyway, the reason they won't take me, one, I'm stupid. Two, I have a fake knee, and they're like, dude, we can't take you. And I'm
That's
like,
fine. I
That's
have
bullshit, dude. I see people all the time with one leg.
Yeah, but if they catch
Yeah.
me, then if I get all crippled, then they're like, "Whoops, sorry, retard." And
Well,
they-
no, I mean, I had both of my knees worked on. I had
Yeah, but-
surgery on both knees, and then
Well, so my buddy Kyle, and I'm not gonna name drop his last name, but he was a real douchebag. And whenever we
Yeah.
had fucking college visits, he would fill out this big wide bullshit story about me, and then put my personal information down. Like he'd say I'm a 4.0 GPA student, all American football.
Oh, okay.
And so I'd have all these colleges and fucking recruiters up my ass. I'd be like, listen, I'm not that. Like,
Oh, like Princeton would call you, like, hey, we need you.
no,
to
it was
come.
Washburn. Washburn was the one, like, #1 trying to get up my ass the hardest. And I'm like, dude, do you guys, they straight up called me.
So you getting pegged started early.
Well, it's the literal sense at that point.
Oh, okay.
And I still don't get fucked in my ass. I mean, I know that's what you're insinuating. And, really, I don't have a problem with the pegging jokes, but, like, come up with new material. That's my biggest fucking thing.
It's just a recurring thing that,
Yeah.
you know what, like, really made me feel good about it is I was, like, completely quiet for a live stream on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And Sam tuned in, like, towards the end, and it just so happened to be whenever I mentioned you getting fucked in the ass.
Yeah.
And then Sam commented, man, I was just thinking, man, Cody hasn't said anything about Quint getting fucked in the ass in a while. And then,
See, that's
there
funny.
it is. And then after that, Sam said, I'm literally dying right now. So,
Yeah.
I mean, she's egging it on. So.
Oh, I know it is, but I don't have a problem with that because that's funny. But it's like usually like, oh, Quint, you've been fucked in the ass, and when you ask me that twice a week for 3 months, it gets kind of annoying.
No, I mean, I think our viewers either A, are annoyed with it, or B, are like, I wonder when he's going to ask Quint about his ass.
I wonder if he's actually gonna get fucked in the ass through peer pressure.
I mean, that's really what I'm
Yeah,
going
get
for.
fucked in the ass or you're gay. Like just getting hazed in a locker room.
I mean, Paul, here's my thing. He gets so defensive whenever I talk about him getting fucked in the ass. So to me, it sounds like he's got homophobia.
Oh yeah, no, there's this
I'm
dude.
not homophobic. I just don't want anything in my ass.
There was this dude that I was deployed with. I'm not gonna name him, but he was so aggressively straight that we were pretty sure that he was actually gay. We once you talk about porn a lot in the military.
Oh yeah, huh?
And we were talking about porn, and he was like, "Now I only watch porn with women masturbating," and I was like, "Dude, why?" And he was like, "'Cause if it's a guy on girl, there's dick, and that's gay. If it's girl on girl, that's gay." I'm like,
This dude 100%
this
watches
dude
gay
saw
porn.
a dick when he was 14 and liked it so much he was terrified.
Yeah. Yeah, like he only watches gay porn, and then whenever he comes, he shoots it across the room.
Yeah.
Because he's so sexually turned on by it.
Probably into a dip jar.
Yeah.
I would say, is that what the mud jugs are called? You're just, ding,
Yeah. Yeah.
My thing was like if I watch porn and I saw somebody else fucking them, the girl obviously.
Yeah.
I would
You watch
I would
pegging
put myself in the guy's fucking her shoes, and that's how I would connect.
Nah, but for him there was dick. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
but
was
imagine that's
gay.
your dick.
Well,
Like, and
well
some
one of my buddies,
It's
he
always too big to be my dick.
Yeah.
I know, but like that's why it's imagining.
Well, one of my buddies, he only watches POV because
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, but it's funny because I'm like, wait, so you don't like the undercarriage shot, like where they come and you see the dude's balls and dick and asshole while it's slamming into the vagina or the ass?
Wait, why are you paying that much attention?
Oh, I mean, no,
Why are
because
you not?
There's
Oh,
so-
that's
there's
weird.
all right, so there's like 5 common shots in porn, depending on how it's shot.
Okay.
All right, sorry, I just had to take a. Oh, okay.
Shit break.
Yeah, just
shit
take a
your
shit break.
pants, dude.
Change your clothes, man.
Right.
I'm glad I didn't clean out my fucking car.
Yeah, right. Well, just hopefully it doesn't smell. But anyways, so there's like 5 common shots. You've got the POV, right? Then you got the side shot,
Right.
right? And then you got the undercarriage shot, which that's what I just said. You see all the dick and balls and everything, and then you've got the close up of the girl's face,
Right.
and then you've got the kind of like the overhead, like the dude's like standing there holding the camera up,
Yeah, doing like a.
So you get, like, the
really
full
weird
body of
selfie.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then occasionally you'll get like the front quarter panel side shot, you know what I mean? So you
The
can see
fender wells.
Yeah.
Just passed inspection, firm $2,000.
Yeah. So I mean, those are your like basic shots, unless you watch an amateur porn, and then it's the worst camera angles you've ever seen in your life, but it's hot
It's
because
like
it's
I
amateur.
got this dash cam out of this fucking piece of shit 2002.
Yeah, like I was
Hyundai
watching one earlier that this dude, I don't know what the fuck he was recording with, but it sounded like he was in a wind tunnel because he kept holding it up to his body. And
You like that? Boom, 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 like this mic feedback.
yeah, I mean, it was just like the audio was so bad, but it was like a good video. And then like occasionally you'd hold it away from him, and then you could actually hear cheeks clapping. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, now it's good, and then you go right back to this shitty audio.
I love the really shitty music that they put over some porn.
I can't do the music.
I think it's hilarious.
Like
I think
I have
it's
to
so
do
funny.
like my go-to is amateur porn. Amateur anal is right up there, and then after that You got some.
Why are we immediately talking about porn?
I don't know.
You always talk about porn, you fucking coomer. Like, Jesus
I was gonna say, when you get two military guys in a room,
is that all they just talk about?
I'm really resisting the urge to not talk about the military because we will talk about it for the rest of the time, and everyone will stop listening.
that's probably true.
That's 100%.
I mean,
accurate.
I think it's interesting.
Well, it's
I
one of those-
really don't give a fuck what the people want to hear.
No, that's one of those things where it's like if you get two military dudes that get along together at a
Right.
party, never met before in their lives, they're gonna spend the entire party standing there in the corner talking to each other and don't give a fuck about the rest of the party.
So the deepest amount of like army, I would say like exposure that I had is once I played this Civil War simulation game.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite parts is we were playing as the Confederates because we got auto balanced. And
So you're racist.
yeah, we were at that point.
And
So we were role playing, and I went like one of my NCOs said that you was Union boys, and then we started shooting each other and team killing, and I was just like, that guy's I said, he's one of them Broadway homosexuals. And I was like shooting each other.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. I like that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my only army experience I got.
Actually, I think I know which game you're talking. It was on PC, right?
Yeah, it's on PC.
Yeah. I've seen several like clips of that game.
I'm vaguely familiar with what I think it is.
Yeah,
It's kind of shitty graphics, but basically you load into a lobby of like 100 and some
Unless
people.
it was the History Channel game from like 2004.
No, it was a newer one. It's just pretty great when you get a bunch of like fucking double-digit IQ guys in
100%.
playing a military action game where you get to kind of be racist.
Where it's like it's part of the
We're immersion. We're immersed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't immersify myself in Red Dead Redemption 2. There wasn't a button to press to say the N-word.
Wasn't enough casual racism.
Yeah,
for
there wasn't. Nobody said boy enough towards black people. That's why I couldn't get into
Wrong
it.
neighborhood boy.
Yeah.
I thought this was the Django the video game. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was expecting like Samuel L. Jackson to come out and he's just be like, "Oh, don't hurt." I'm not gonna say that part. and then we get then me and the cool black guy in the cowboy group, we get to kill people. But instead he gets I'll ruin it. The game's of the year. He gets clapped. He does.
I completely
the younger black guy in the Red Dead Redemption 2 game gets clapped.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's a
hashtag
good
spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
spoiler
for a
alert
game
for
that's been out for almost a fucking year.
I
at this
haven't
point.
played it yet.
It's almost been a year.
I mean,
broke as fuck, dude.
I downloaded it for the Xbox Game Pass, and I have not.
It's fun, dude.
I played
like
the first 5 minutes of the campaign, so thank you for ruining the game for me.
Oh fuck off! It's been
Appreciate that.
for over a year. That's like if I ruined like a plot of a really
Like Avengers Endgame,
yeah, it's really easy.
and like all the memes that came out.
You know
Like
Heath Ledger dies, right?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, Heath Ledger dies in the Superman 2.
Yeah. You know what I like about doing audio only is that we can just wear whatever the fuck we want.
I mean, I do anyways.
B, we can kind of do what we want. Like right now, I'm holding the microphone up and
Yeah,
leaning
just
back.
looking like an asshole.
Yeah, and like I could probably what's funny though
What?
is that I could take this microphone and shove it up my ass or like fart on it, and people wouldn't know what the noise is. And
They would
just
be like,
released-
"You just hear."
Yeah, they just hear like
I like the
like muffled
implication.
noises, and then they would just kind of hear you guys laughing, but then they'd also hear like a faint like like the microphone's underwater or something because they're hearing the background off of you guys.
I like how we're also always the shittiest interviewers of the whole time because we end up talking.
Oh,
and drown out the
100%.
fucking
Hey,
guy.
Paul. So tell me a funny tank story because I didn't know any tankers, and the ones that I did, I spoke to for about 2 seconds in the chow hall, and that's about it.
All right. Well, this one.
Yeah,
probably
don't
gonna-
say anything that incriminates you.
No, this one's gonna go over a lot of people's heads because there's some technical knowledge involved in it. But we sent a tank round off of Fort Riley into Junction City once.
What like off of like
Like
the
it
base?
left it left Fort
How,
Riley
bro?
and entered Junction City, landed
How?
on some dude's farm. We had to pay him out.
Oh my fucking god!
So, a little bit of a backstory. We had this lieutenant. I think he's out of the army now.
Hey, you gotta speak right in the microphone.
Lieutenant Farley. They called him Farley from Charlie because we were Charlie Company, and he was the biggest fuck up you ever
Wait,
done that.
was he your tank commander?
He was my tank commander,
Oh,
yes,
no.
Lieutenant Farley. I was the driver, so
was he like a brand new fucking lieutenant?
No, he was
too?
just a giant turd. He just
never got promoted.
he couldn't get anything right, and he knew it. He knew.
So why the fuck was he
was
still
like
tank
a
commander?
specialist as a lieutenant. It was insane.
Oh no.
And he was doing his tank commander's engagement, which is where instead of the gunner of the tank firing the main gun, the tank commander takes over with his little joystick and plays Call of Duty for a second and shoots.
Mm-hmm.
And now a couple things you need to know about the tank ranges on Fort Riley, Kansas. The max range that you're going to engage a target at is 1,200 meters. Now, the tank, you can do what's called a laze, where it shoots out a little laser beam, and the laser beam bounces off whatever it's going, and it comes back, and it tells you how far away it is.
Yeah.
So if you know already that the max in distance you're going to engage is 1,200 meters, if you were to laze a target, and it's at 6,800 meters, you would know something was wrong, right?
Yeah.
Not
you would think
Lieutenant
so.
Farley.
Lieutenant
So
fuck up.
Farley was a believer, and you're saying you weren't.
Farley was just going through the motions here. And another thing that he had fucked up, well, he didn't fuck up, the gunner had fucked up, is that tank rounds have different weight.
Yeah.
They have a sabot, which is armor penetrating, and then you have high explosive anti-tank. Sorry. And so the heat round, high explosive anti-tank, is significantly heavier than the sabot round by about 20 pounds.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the tank's computer systems will calculate for the weight of the tank round, but he had a heat loaded and a sabot index, so the sabot is the much lighter round. So when he got that laze and he said identified tank 6,800 meters, and he locked on.
Did no one say, sir?
There was no time.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He locked onto that, and that gun tube went all the way up. Max elevated.
Oh shit!
We're turning this tank into an artillery gun
So
right
I'm
now.
sitting there, and I'm sitting there looking out the driver's seat. You got a little, like a 7-inch piece of glass.
You just
can
go,
look through.
whoop.
And I watch that gun disappear, and I hear identified tank 6,800 meters from my position on the way, and then boom! And now on a normal tank engagement, as the driver, when the smoke clears, the target's down, and I can't see the tank round anymore because the smoke is cleared, and we hear target ceasefire, driver back down, and we're calm and we're relaxed. And I'm sitting there and the smoke clears, and I see off in the distance just a fucking tracer of a tank round flying through the sky and just going and going and going
we're
down
gonna kill
past
somebody.
the trees.
We're gonna kill somebody.
and it went away. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, oh no. And then we hear over the radio, ceasefire, ceasefire, ceasefire. Clear and elevate your guns. And when you hit clear and elevate your guns, that means that someone's going to come yell at you because you just put a fucking tank round into Junction City.
Dude, imagine being that farmer just like sitting on his back porch and all of a sudden just
What the fuck? The Russians are coming. I fucking called it.
dude, I
Cheryl,
wonder
that dude-
Cheryl, grab the guns. The Russians are coming.
That dude must have got so much fucking money.
Oh yeah. Well, dude,
What we know about it, we didn't know much about it other than that it went into his field, and this was at like 11:30 at night.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So it didn't do much damage. It didn't kill anything.
Yeah, but still, it struck his land, and then the
Yeah.
federal government's involved, and now
Oh
it's
yeah,
expensive.
because that's a huge lawsuit. Like, well, you'd be
Oh, it
surprised.
gave me whiplash. I
You'd be
woke
surprised the number of, especially down at Fort Sill. For those of you that don't know, Fort Sill down in Oklahoma is like the main base for artillery in the United States Army. Like Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri, that's
up.
engineers.
Dude, don't tell that. The fucking Russians are gonna hear.
Fort Leonard Wood is in Missouri is engineers. Fort fucking infantry.
Benning.
Fort Benning in Georgia is the home of infantry.
And the home of the armor.
Yeah, and
and the home
armor,
of the
armor.
peaches.
And
Georgia peaches.
then fucking where the fuck is the 10th Mountain?
Drum, New York.
Drum, yeah, Fort Drum, yeah. So, well, yeah, but anyways, yeah. So you get all these different bases, but anyways, Fort Sill, that's where whenever you just join the Army, whenever you're doing your artillery training, that's where you go. You'd be surprised about the number of rounds that get fired into. Is that what's down there? What's the city it's right next to? I think
I have no fucking idea.
I think that it's right next to a major city in Oklahoma, and it constantly gets shelled by students that are
doesn't
not paying
surprise me.
attention and instructors that are not paying attention either. And so, once, twice, every 2 or 3 years, there's a round that just goes into somebody's fucking house.
See, I would
surprise
be
me.
surprised, but like, I've been there. Like
Well,
where
you
I
gotta
fucked
understand-
up like a really simple
Well,
task.
you got to understand, there's not a lot of bright people that go into the military. Like,
All right.
you'll meet people, and like, so the ASVAB is your,
Armed Service Vocational Aptitude Battery.
yeah. So you
I
take
took one
it.
of those in high
It's
school.
kind of like a really simple version of ACT.
It's like the SAT for tards.
Yeah. It's super easy, and there's people that score so low. I think the benchmark is like
34.
34. Yeah, during wartime, they'll give out waivers. So I actually joined the Guard with one of these dudes that I kind of knew something was bullshit about him after I got in, but he was telling me he used to be a Marine Scout sniper and all this
Ooh.
shit, and I was like, oh, cool. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to go join the National Guard. And I was like, you know what? I'm not doing anything with my life. I think I'll join the National Guard. So went and got in, and then afterwards I was like, that dude was completely full of shit, but he had to get a waiver. Because he scored less than a 35. I'm pretty sure you get like 20 points for putting your name on it.
It's not, and the math questions are simple,
well,
man.
I remember
Like,
hearing-
it's like basic algebra, like pre-algebra stuff. There's some science graphs that are like 7th grade. I mean, the shit is built because in the reading comprehension,
Yeah,
like the average reading level of everyone in the United States is 5th grade. So I mean, it's slightly above that. Like,
yeah, the Army, every Army field and technical manual is written at a 9th grade reading level. And they were all written in the 80s. So
and
think
it's
of a
so
9th
easy.
grader in the 80s.
yeah.
Well, so I remember I'm still currently friends with this gentleman who was in the Marines. I don't know his exact rank or nothing like that, and I won't drop his name, but he was telling me something about a story he heard from a recruiter that this guy come in, he was just a bone-dead fucking retard.
Yeah.
And he was saying that, I want to join the Marines, but he didn't pass the fucking test, and he went right across the fucking hallway to the Army, and he got accepted on the
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah, I mean, like legit, if a recruiter's trying to make mission and it's kind of a slow month or whatever, and they can get a waiver, they'll fucking put you in.
Yep. I didn't pass. You're supposed to pass your PT test before you go to basic, and I fucking didn't even close.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, so you went active,
Yeah.
right? So, and the National Guard, at least in Kansas, they have basically a pre-basic training thing. where
Oh, yeah,
go,
you go to your unit. And
Yeah,
meet
you go to
everybody.
you go to a drill. It's called RSP, Recruit Sustainment Program. So you go to RSP and you drill every month until you go to basic training. And the retention rates are something like 95% in the National Guard, whereas like active Army, and like retention rate is what I mean. Like you sign up and then you go to basic training, you actually graduate.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people like active Army. You go see the recruiter, you go to MEPS, you get accepted, and then you don't see anybody or hear from anybody, and then you just report for your ship date to go to basic training.
Oh, okay.
So you could be a fat piece of fuck and like not know anything or whatever, or if even changed
Dude, it
your
sounds
mind.
like I could get in there.
And,
You
like
could,
even,
absolutely.
Yeah, like
Fuck
even
yeah.
changed your mind,
live
and then
without
you
the
show
mullet?
up and they're like,
Ooh.
so yeah.
Could this be like? Could my mullet be a religious garment? And they'd make an exception.
Actually,
Your facial hair could be if
you-
you decide you're a Norse pagan. That's a new one.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
you
I'm
can
a
be-
Norse pagan of Dale Earnhardt, and that's why I need a fucking mullet too.
If
Well-
you get enough people to get it recognized as an official religion in the United States of America, you can probably get a waiver for it.
Well, I mean, I did.
Dude,
see
imagine
that.
how much big dickin' I'd be if I'd like come into the Army with the mullet and somebody talks shit, and then I get a fucking sergeant fired for harassing me for my religion.
Yeah, probably would
That's
happen.
just- yeah.
That'd be so
that's-
shitty.
that's a big
it's
deal in the
it's
Army.
It's a new army, bro. Like,
It is
I mean,
it's a new one.
I was just think I mean I know it's horrible and I know it's like really shitty to think about, but I think that's kind of funny.
Oh no, I mean it's funny, but it's incredibly sad because it is true.
Oh
It
yeah.
is the Army. Fuck, I can go off on this. I won't. The Army should not be politically
I've
correct.
heard I've never heard any positive experience about like
Oh
serving.
yeah, hey guys,
You know what I
if you're
mean?
listening to this right now and you're thinking about joining the Army or the Navy or the Marines,
it.
don't fucking do it. Go
Do it.
Air Force.
Do it.
Everyone that you will ever meet
Yeah, Air Force, Navy.
will say, I should have joined the Air Force. Everyone in the Army looks at the people in the Air Force and say, I should have joined the fucking Air Force
Yes.
while simultaneously making fun of
Air
them.
Force story. We were in Iraq.
Chair force.
All right.
Yes.
We're
you're
in
catching
Iraq.
on.
2014, 2015. So ISIS at this point has full control of the entire country.
Yeah.
It's no longer like a democratic state. It's just a terrorist fuckfest. It's fantastic.
And
so-
I'm in the tank.
no, I wasn't in a tank. It was really sad.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
But
Yeah.
we would
Based.
get our shit dropped off to us by helicopter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got some food or some shit coming in. And So our company commander comes out. I was like, all right, guys. He talked like that. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go get the fucking food. I'm like, oh, yeah, roger that, sir. We'll go get the fucking food. So we roll out, and we're in our body armor. You know, it's a fucking 135 degrees, and we're wearing our rifles and our gloves and our helmets and our eye protection and my little face wrap on in case the sandstorm comes, because I was real cool when I was 19.
Oh, yeah.
And these motherfucking Air Force tards come running out in superhero onesies. No body armor, no nothing. And almost to make it more perfect, we start getting shelled while they're just in superhero onesies unloading this giant fucking pallet full of shit off the helicopter.
So you're getting shot at.
No, bombed.
Oh.
Like mortars and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
You-
now
you got to use a little bit of normie talk for me. On that.
yeah, we're getting bombed, and now the terrorists they like drive around on mopeds and just drop fucking mortars at you. So
That is fucking
they're
hilarious.
not accurate at all. So it's not like a scary
But
scenario.
a retard gets lucky every once in a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Even a,
Yeah.
even a blind
They
squirrel
fig-
busts a nut once in a while.
Yeah, they figure out how to open a doorknob every once in a while.
Yeah. So
That's still fucking hilarious.
and we're standing, and now we're all just sucking dick for beer money. Like, I asked my commander if I could smoke a cigarette, and he said, "Yeah, Roger, no." I'll never forget that for the rest of the Like, they come running out in superhero ones, and I'm like, "Sir, can I smoke a cigarette?" And he looked at me dead in the eyes, like, "Yeah, Roger, no."
Like,
That's
why?
fucking
Because
hilarious.
Fuck if I know, man.
Dude, honestly,
wait, so we got
here-
security, and they were just going out there to secure the stuff.
Yeah, we were
Oh.
security, and they were the guys trained
And
to
so
take it off the
he was
helicopter.
probably like, no, actually, you can't smoke because the
Well-
enemy could smell it up to
yeah, while they're
1,000
driving
meters
around
away.
on mopeds, dropping shit on us.
Dude, so Quint, you'll like this. They explicitly and exclusively only use Toyota trucks.
White Toyota pickup
Oh,
truck.
I
For
know.
whatever the fuck it is, an anti-tank gun. Yeah, let's put it in the back of a Toyota.
Oh, I know.
You want to put 12
I
dudes
think
in the back
Toyota-
with
I think
AKs and
Toyota's-
explosives? That's fucking put it in
Toyota
the
is the sponsorship of the anti-American.
Well, that was
insurgency.
like
Yeah.
that one story I saw on like the news when I was watching the news, like I think 2014 or 15. This fucking dude sold his double door Dodge, like 04 Dodge Cummins,
Yeah.
and he sold it on a fucking auction. He sold it to his dealership, and then the dealership sold it to the auction. Well, the dealership was supposed to take his personal information because it was a business vehicle.
Yeah.
So it was like Bob's Plumbing or some shit with
Mhm.
the phone number. So some photos got released of ISIS. And guess who had a 50 cal in the back of a pickup? Bob's Plumbing. No, it actually ended bad because he was getting death threats and shit.
Wait,
from-
was this in the United States? Like he sold it in the United
he
States?
sold in the United States,
And
and
then
then
got
that,
shipped?
and then it got sold in an auction, and it got sold overseas. And then ISIS
Oh.
picked it up, and so then now people are giving him death threats and shit, thinking he supports ISIS, like because people are fucking retarded.
Hey, okay. All right.
Because the news
Brother.
didn't cover his
Bro-
fucking phone number.
brother, we are ISIS, and we are seeking your help. We need sponsorships. If you would like to, oh my fucking god, yeah,
yeah, there it is, the plumber.
yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's,
that was a Dodge Cummins. It's like an old Ford Power Stroke.
no,
but-
that's
That's
funny.
an F-250.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is funny as fuck though. It's like ISIS is reaching out for sponsors.
yeah, like we
So-
hello, we will retake Bob's Plumbing. Make sure you call them great low rates,
yeah,
24 hours.
yeah. Only available in the U.S., which will be there soon, my brothers.
You think they get insurance out there?
Yeah, they got fucking,
Yeah.
the little geckos coming out. I was like,
No.
oh, crikey, this is fucked up.
The fucking Goodyear blimp is flying over the battle zone. And then like the Goodyear execs are like at their executive session, and they're like, "We were making a fucking killing."
You think their premiums are
with
fucking
ISIS."
ridiculous right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like fucking Toyota and Dodge are having
Yeah,
turf wars
no,
over
just-
selling pickups to ISIS
Yeah,
members.
no, just imagine terrorists sitting there, sitting around bitching about their insurance rates. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I went down there and the dealer tried to fuck me, and then I called American Family Insurance.
And so I shot him and married his daughter.
Ahmed, did you get the IED insurance?
No,
I forgot. No.
No, don't worry, it's collateral.
I really
We'll
like
say it was the Americans.
That would be a great fucking video. Is just to pretend to be terrorists, bitching about insurance premiums. You tie in sponsorships,
fucking-
everything, and so like the terrorists are running around in fucking hijabs with fucking like I don't know, Papa John's on it.
So fucking shameless plug here. I am a backer / founder of Veteran Television, if you're
Okay.
familiar.
Oh, that TV?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Financial
yes.
backer.
Did you do their GoFundMe or whatever.
Yeah,
whenever
their
it came out.
Kickstarter.
Yes. Kickstarter.
But because of that, I have like a direct line to Donnie O'Malley.
Yeah. No.
I'm gonna fucking
way.
pitch that to him.
No.
I'm not.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
That would be
What's the worst
fucking
fucking thing that
badass.
happens? Nothing. All
so
right.
how did that? Whenever they're starting to like create Vet TV and stuff, I saw the Kickstarter, and I should have got involved. So did you get a market share, or how did your Kickstarter work?
I am
Because it is a very profitable company now.
I put in a minuscule amount of money, so I'm just locked in that I will pay $5 no matter what for every month that I am subscribed to Vet TV.
Yeah.
It's $5 a month. So even if they jump up their prices, which I think they have at some point,
yeah, it's still like $8 a month.
yeah,
It's fucking
and
nothing.
I'll keep that price, and I'm always part of their founders group to make us feel real special.
Yeah, there you
There's
go.
like 250,000 of us.
Yeah,
too. It's
just-
like a
no,
fucking
just-
huge amount of people.
Yeah, just email Donnie O'Malley and be like, hey, I got a fucking video idea.
Yeah, and just link our shit.
Yeah.
and just link our shit, and then link the fucking Space Force video that we did.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Space Force?
Yeah.
That's that's what you want to do.
No, I don't.
Space Force.
No, dude.
The only way I'm doing Space Force is if I can fuck some alien snatch, okay? Like it's funny because whenever they announce
Can
Space
you
Force,
like sign on to the Coast Guard still?
so I mean it's part of the Department of Transportation, but yeah.
I'll do it. I could
It's-
do that.
It's
yeah,
really funny
You're
to
gonna
watch.
join the Coast Guard.
I'd be a pitch. I'd
Central
be a bitch.
Kansas.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
They actually no. Did
I'm
you
guarding.
know-
I'm guarding the coast of Tuttle Creek.
Dude, the entire Coast Guard gets paid out of Topeka.
Really?
The federal building downtown in Topeka is the fort, whatever, for the Army, for the Coast Guard. All the Coast Guard's pay gets processed in Topeka.
I'll be honest with you. Like, I better not say that. I was gonna be
What?
like, I've like never seen like somebody, you know, like the hats. They're like, I served in Vietnam Army and shit.
Yeah.
I've never seen somebody that says I was a proud server of the Coast Guard.
That's because that
Coastie?
doesn't exist.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I was about to
they're
say
ashamed.
that's like you're proud that you clean the bathrooms.
The
once,
Coast Guard has had one famous moment ever. It's about 2 years ago. That video rolled around of that dude beating on the submarine door. Those drug
Yeah.
smugglers. You seen that one?
No, I haven't seen
It's this
that.
dude decked out in like Tier 1 Special Forces operator gear,
Yeah.
and he jumps off this little Coast Guard boat onto this drug smuggling submarine and just pounds the fuck out of the top of the door until they open it.
And then
dude, knock knock, and they were like, "Who's there?"
and there's just a little brown dude in there like, oh, and he's like, get the fuck out! Like it's their special forces. It's the special forces version of the Coast Guard. It's like their drug interdiction
Yeah.
team.
Oh, so
so-
they're like an extension.
It's like
of
a
the
relatively
ATF.
badass dude, but
Basically.
still in the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
But just knocked on the submarine.
I mean,
till they
I'm
opened
sure
it.
they.
It
could
is
use-
it is a badass fucking
It really
video.
is, but it's the only
and
good thing
they're
the Coast
gonna
Guard.
play that for the next 50 years.
Oh
too,
yeah,
on
that's
going to
be in their recruiting videos until they die.
Hey, like,
Yeah.
listen,
Yeah,
listen.
Until
You don't
uniforms
think,
change.
Listen, you think we don't do shit? Watch this one thing we've done in the last 300
You know,
years.
It's funny. It's funny because there's plenty. Because, like, all right, so there's something you gotta understand about like the armed services. So
Right.
your main three branches really that like just really talk shit.
Navy, Marines, Army.
Navy, Marines, Army, right?
I get that.
And then everyone dumps on the Air Force.
Right.
And then everybody collectively shits on the Coast Guard.
Yes.
Like, if you think about it, like, you got your three big dudes that, like, hang out in your group, and everyone's
Right.
chill, they fucking
Right.
throw shit around, whatever, but you can rely on them. And then you got another dude that, like, everyone's, like, pretty cool with, but they're, like,
So
you know,
you're
they're
saying
not
like
cool. And then you just got the fucking nerd. And then, like, the group of four people, after they get done shitting on each other, they see this kid walking through the hallways in high school.
and they
and then
just push him
pick-
in a locker.
Yeah, they just pick him up and push him in a locker.
So
and
it's
he's like,
like-
guys, let me out. Guys, stop.
It's kind of like you got Dylan's, Walmart, and Target yelling at each other, and then True Value walks through the door, and then
Yeah.
they just pick him up and slam him into a fucking trash can.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay, cool.
I've
Yeah.
heard it described as the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines are actual siblings, and the Coast Guard is like that little stepbrother that came in when you were like 17.
Oh,
because
yeah.
your fucking mom married that prick Brian.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fuck Brian. Dude.
Yeah, exactly, because he's fucking your mom.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, but it's funny.
It's actually my
Yeah, that's
On-
my
on
job.
name.
On Facebook, they always post. There's roaming videos of like basic training for like Air Force, Marines, Army, shit like that. And then there's one that I see all the time that's Coast Guard, and they acknowledge that everyone shits on them, like their drill instructor. He's like, everyone says the Coast Guard's blah 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 blah, but we actually work hard here and shit. And you're like watching them do PT and like their first wake up in the morning, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Where's the banging trash cans? Why is no one about to have a heart attack or a panic attack because their drill sergeant is standing over their bed and shaking the entire frame apart. And then when you come back from PT, your entire bay has been disassembled, thrown into the middle of the room, and then one fuckhead left his locker unsecure. So now everything is covered in laundry detergent, so you have to take everything outside, wash it off, including the mattresses and your sheets, and then take it back upstairs and reassemble it and still be ready to go get chow. Otherwise, you're not eating chow. And then you go and eat chow, and the company behind you fucked up because they showed up early. So now instead of them having to wait, you have 5 minutes to eat, and it takes 5 minutes to get through the line. So as you're getting your food and as you're waiting to get your drinks, you're eating your food. And then they say, we have to go now. And then you leave all of your shit at the table, and you didn't eat breakfast that morning. And then you go get fisted all day. And then you get some sorry MRE for lunch. So
I think I could.
Hypothetically.
I think I could be in the Coast Guard, is what you're saying.
No, it's funny because they wake them up and they just turn on the lights and everything's like it's like
hey guys, get up!
It's like a college
Good
dorm.
morning.
It's like a it's like a college dorm type of feel.
Just get that dude with the lisp. Be like, hey guys, get up.
Yeah, like there's no bunk beds. It's not bunk beds. It's all just like single twin beds.
Ugh.
And then
can
they
do
turn on
that.
the lights, and their drill sergeant is walking around like, wake up. All right, we got breakfast we got PT in 20 minutes. Make sure you shave and all that stuff. And I don't know if he was just doing that for the cameras or if that was pretty standard. Because normally, if any drill sergeant had their minds about them, they'd try and make it look hard and not like it's a fucking slumber party.
Maybe they were trying to make it look like a slumber party so people would join.
Yeah, see, that's my thing. I see these videos that, like, the Army puts out of basic training, and it's like, there's no fuck. Like, he didn't say fuck once in this 45-minute documentary. Like, there's no way.
One of our drill sergeants, like, so when we talk about in the new Army, you're not allowed to cuss. Technically speaking, like, the drill sergeants are not allowed to cuss.
Okay.
And the Air Force really took this to heart, so they just say piss a lot because piss is not a cuss word.
Yeah.
But they're not supposed to cuss.
Yeah.
So they can yell, but they can't cuss. So we had one drill sergeant that did that, and then two of my drill sergeants served in Iraq, like Fallujah, like Iraq, and had flashbacks all the time. Like there's this thing called Nick at Night. It's where you like crawl through 100 yards of sand, and they've got like live rounds going over your head, and they throw like mortar simulators.
Oh, cool.
Our drill sergeant had a PTSD flashback
Really not that bad.
and almost beat a trainee to death right next to me.
Fantastic.
It was awesome. It was fucking awesome because the kid broke down while we were low crawling. It was like, I can't do it. And we were at the back because that's just the fucking luck of the draw. And he was the rear drill sergeant to make sure everyone, like, kept going.
Yeah.
And he was like, fucking private, if you don't move, I will fucking end you. And, like,
Whoa!
Like, I looked back, and our senior drill sergeant, she was a female, but she was fucking tougher than nails. But she came crawling up because she, like, saw what the fuck was going on. And so she was right behind me and right next to the other drill sergeant, and they like were like yelling at each other. Like she was yelling at him. Like I looked back there and like I had never seen this look on a human's face in my life. Anyways, we get done with the low crawl, and then afterwards, like everyone like forms a circle. Then you get ready like to go in, and I was right next to this dude, and our drill sergeant came over and like took off his helmet and just started mercilessly beating this kid because he was still over there crying and shit. And it started out, we were all like kneeling, and my senior drill sergeant was talking to that drill sergeant and was like, you need to calm down, blah, 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 blah. And this kid was still like crying, and he like audibly cried. And our drill sergeant like, hey, are you fucking crying? And then I was like, oh no. And everyone just kind of like turned and looked away. And he came over and started beating the fuck out of this kid. He's like, I've seen burning bodies, real dead people, and you're crying about it. I just fucking went off. It took 3 drill sergeants to pull him off this kid. And then we didn't see him for 2 weeks, and he came back and was still angry as ever. And I was like,
damn.
What the fuck just happened, bro? Then our senior drill sergeant came over afterwards and like talked to us.
Hey guys, it got a little bit
yeah,
rowdy there.
that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. We got to the back to the barracks.
He
and
sounds like a drunk stepdad. Like,
no, he was a really, really good.
That's a really good
drill
way to
sergeant.
describe
Yeah.
a good military leader as a drunk stepdad.
Yes, 100%. That's
They'll take care of you till you piss them off.
yeah.
and then they'll.
They're like, I'm not your real dad.
But it's funny.
I just fucked your mom.
Well, no, it's funny watching somebody else like try and like. So if you're that leader's soldier, your life probably sucks, but like at the end of the day they have your back because if another NCO or something like that tries to come up and mess with you, that fucking your leader will come over and swarm that motherfucker and make him wish that he had never been born.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
like it is the best thing ever. Like, because you're standing there doing what your NCO told you to do, and then some other NCO comes over like, "Hey, fuck you guys doing?" "Oh yeah, call me sergeant. All right, stand at parade rest." You're like, "Oh, okay, really? We're out in the middle of fucking desert. I'm gonna stand at parade. All right, whatever." And your sergeant just comes over and like is like, I'm literally gonna take you out back and beat the fuck out of you unless you leave my soldiers alone right now. And you're like, I like this guy.
Yeah.
It's worth getting beat and raped over.
Wow. Dude, the Army sounds like a really positive and fun experience.
No, it's really not. It's really not.
The Army is, and to use a quote from a friend of mine, the most amount of fun that I never want to have again.
That's
100%.
fair. Like,
It's so much fun with your buddies. There's a lot of fuck shit that you have
well,
to do.
obviously, like the fuck shit, like that's
But the
what would
fuck
make
shit
the
It's 90% of it.
Is all of it.
Yeah,
Like it's all of it. Everything you do is
yeah,
fuck
and that's
shit.
what makes that 10% so much better.
We had to palletize before we went to Iraq, like
Yeah.
something like 17,000 boxes of MREs. A box of MREs is 12 MREs.
Yeah.
And they
I'm
weigh
sure
like,
I'm
I
sure
don't
you
know,
remember
like
that
20
shit.
pounds maybe. They're not super
A
heavy.
box? Yeah. A box of
They're not like
20
super
pounds.
heavy, but when you have to put 17,000 of them on a pallet
Yeah.
over the course of 3 days, it gets
Don't
fucking
they
heavy.
got
And
forklifts?
then they send them to a different unit, and you don't get to eat the MREs that you shipped to Iraq.
Yes,
Spit on your
Quint,
microphone.
you made a good point. Yes, we do have pallets, but you also have 100 soldiers that have nothing to do.
Yeah, you can't use the forklift.
Yeah.
Because you're not certified. Do you
yeah.
have a forklift on your military driver's license?
I actually
no. Then
do
you can't
have-
use it.
I got a forklift certification.
Does not fucking matter.
The only guy in the company who's certified to drive the forklift is the E7 who's been in the Army
Sir-
for 19 years.
Okay.
Who's so drunk in his office right now that he
That's
can't
fair.
understand you're asking him to use the forklift.
Could I go up to him and be like, "Sir, I'm built different"?
You call him sir and yeah, whatever. But no, if you pull out a civilian, you could pull out like an OSHA 500 card.
I'm gonna show
and they're
him-
gonna look at you and be like, "I don't give a fuck. It doesn't.
I'm
it's
gonna
not for
show
the
him my
military."
Chuck E. Cheese rewards member card. and
that would carry more weight.
and
Carry more
I'd be
weight.
like, "Yo," I was like, "Yo, let me use this pallet jack. I'll give you my Chuck E. Cheese rewards member. I know you got like 3 baby mamas at home."
Dude, the
Go
number
like
of
this.
times that we showed up to drill and like, you got to fill 2 days worth of shit,
Right.
and you only have about an hour worth of work, and
Right.
you have 60 plus soldiers.
Yeah.
So that hour gets down to about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But you have to justify being there. So
They got to pay you for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's 90% of why you do shit in the military.
Right.
It's just because they're paying you, and they're like, we could use a forklift and 3 people and get it done. Or we could send all 100 people out there to do it the hard way, and it'll take all day, and then we feel good about ourselves.
Hey, I got a question.
Yeah.
Since you know more about the Army shit and everything, I think the big main reason why I never really wanted to go in the armed forces, for the most part, well, 1, because my body's fucked up, and 2, I'm
Yeah.
retarded, and 3, when we were in football, we used to get like these like hot shot fucking okay, so you know how you got the arrow with the circle, right? The arrow, it's the arrow pointing up and then the thing at the bottom. Hang on, you got a pen or something? I can draw it.
I use a circle with an arrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then what's the one with another arrow above it? What's like the rank? Because this isn't on their arm or some shit.
No.
No.
I don't know what
It's on
the
your
fuck.
chest.
Okay, well
The
it's
rank's on
like
your
it's like a
chest.
circle with the fucking 2 arrows.
The chef.
Oh, you're
Staff
talking about
sergeant?
chevron. Yeah, it's a staff sergeant.
So that's staff
it's
sergeant.
It's 3 chevrons and a rocker.
Yeah, well this one had 2.
That's not real. Not with a rocker.
I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew
now,
that
now,
fucker wasn't
now,
real.
I could totally be not understanding what you're saying.
Yeah, if I had a pencil, I could explain it. But like,
I'm gonna look up the Army rank, and I guarantee you're thinking of staff sergeant.
okay, because that guy was a dick, and I was 16, and I never walked out of football practices, but I walked out of that one.
Did it look anything like any of these?
Yeah, it was that one.
Does that one say private first class next
Yeah.
to it?
Oh my fucking god! A PFC?
Yeah, and so he came in there acting like Billy Badass one time, and I was like, dude, this dude's way too
Wait,
fat.
how old was he?
He was like mid-30s.
Probably staff
It was
sergeant.
probably a staff sergeant.
Probably a recruiter.
If he was fat, in his 30s,
He was
yeah,
fat.
he's definitely a staff
He was
sergeant.
fat, and he had a cop haircut, and he
Yeah, he's a recruiter.
And
Yeah.
so
Yep.
we got there late because the baseball game got delayed by rain,
Yeah.
and we thought like, okay, we called our football coach because like, hey, we're supposed to have fucking staff sergeant douchebag over today.
Yeah.
And so we go over there and we're like, hey, sorry we're late, you know, because
Yeah.
he's like, I don't give a shit. You get out and start running. I'm like,
Wait, he tried to make you run? What?
yo, so we started running, and I was like,
Wait, coach did or the staff
well,
sergeant?
Star Sergeant made us run for being late. And we are like, okay. And so we started running.
What kind of fucking recruiter?
If
what?
you're not early, you're late.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. And so we started running, and I was like, dude, this is fucking retarded.
If you're not 10 minutes prior to the 10 minutes prior to the 10 minutes prior to the 10 minutes prior
And
to
then I
the 10
told-
minutes prior to the 2 hours prior to the 4 hours prior, then you're fucking late. If you're not outside in full kit, ready to go to the range at 2 a.m. and weapons draw isn't until fucking 9 a.m., you're fucking late.
Well, my
That's not even an exaggeration.
That's not
That's
even an
fair.
exaggeration.
Like, that's literally
like and if you-
formation 0330, weapons draw 09.
and the
You
armor,
leave for the range at 2 p.m.
yeah,
Like, that's
and the armor's still not there, and they haven't even.
They just want to make
cleared the
sure you're
range.
ready.
no. What happens is the commander says weapons draw at 09. Make sure everyone's here at like 8. And then the first sergeant's like, okay, we'll make sure everyone's here at 7:30, so the commander's not pissed. And then the platoon sergeant's like, okay, we'll make sure everyone's here at 6:30, so the first sergeant's not pissed. And then the squad leader's like, oh, make sure everyone's here at fucking 4, so the platoon sergeant's not pissed. And the team leader's like, well, get here at 2, so the squad leader's not pissed. And then you got home at 11:30. You got to be back in at 2.
And God help you if you sleep.
Yeah, God forbid you fall asleep. You didn't fucking sleep at home? No!
You had enough time. We got back at 10. You technically only need 4 hours by regulation every night before you fucking die. So if you had 4 hours of off time, that means you're good to go. Fucking suck
Yeah,
it
not
up.
the time to drive home or drive back to work.
Yeah.
You know, 4 hours downtime.
And I
there's your
don't-
sleep.
And I don't care that you got held up at the gate because everyone was reporting at the same time.
Hey, I didn't mean
and
to
someone's
open up some sort of bag of worms here.
Dude,
But if you don't mind me finishing my fucking story,
That's
which I'm
why
not used to saying that.
This is why I told you don't. I was trying to stay off the military stuff because it will consume the entire episode.
So anyway, private class fat fuck fucking came out there, and we started running, and I'm like, okay, are we done? Like, we just kept running. He's like, no, keep running. I'm like, no. And he's like, what do you mean no? I was like,
you have no power over me.
why? Why am I doing this? And they're like, because you're late. I was like, it's out of my control. I fucking drove here. I got here as soon as, and so he starts ripping me. I'm like, dude, I looked at my fucking coach, and I was like, dude, I didn't come here to join the fucking army. I came here to play football. Fuck this shit. And I left. And then so then we got to talking. He was like, you guys made a commitment and everything. Like, no, I didn't. I made a commitment to fucking farm, not play football for you. Like, I'm not going to fucking do this, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and I just kept on playing, and then I broke my fucking kneecap, and everybody called me a pussy. Because, like, it's like, oh, Quint, you can't bend your leg, you fucking bitch. Yeah, because I had a 4-inch piece of bone off my kneecap that was literally jamming my leg in place. I think that's a good excuse.
Sounds
No,
hot.
It's not a
Yeah,
good
it's
excuse.
not excuse.
That's
Yeah.
it's really not. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to still show up to PT in the morning and
Yeah.
then a sit call.
You got a
But
profile.
so
Yeah,
anyway,
you're gonna have to
fucking-
show up to PT in the morning for a sit call, and then your team leader's gonna let you be like, "Do you really need to go sit call?" And you'll be like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Do you really need to go sit call?" And you say, "Yeah." He's like, "Don't go to fucking sit call."
You can't go to sick call.
Yeah,
You're
you
a
can't
man,
go
right?
to sit call.
You
My
got-
wife
you got
gave
a
me
dick,
a ri-
right?
Yeah, my wife.
No.
My wife drove me here. My temperature is 105. I'm pretty sure I'm getting ready to go into
Okay.
a coma.
That's cool, Sergeant, but I'm different than you, so I'm gonna go over there.
I'm just built different.
Yeah, I'm just built different. I would have stopped the fall of Rome because I'm built different. But no, and it's so like the
Hey, I
fucking.
gotta hold on. I had a question that this will be good. All right, so you had a time machine.
Yeah.
Let's say
Shoot
you
Hitler.
got
Fuck
four-
Marilyn Monroe.
Dude, I like his answer. I don't even know what it is.
No, so here you go. You got you can take 4 pieces of equipment / weaponry.
Right.
That's it. Like an
Right.
entire arsenal,
Right.
and you go back to Rome,
Okay.
like Roman times.
Yeah.
Right after the fall of Caesar, so everything's in chaos, and you
Right.
can swoop in, then
Yeah.
like defeat the Senate. You know what I mean?
Right.
Ave Caesar.
So what do you
Nice.
what do you take? You get a year's supply of everything you need to maintain, operate, use the equipment, and you have the know-how. So let's say you take a tank, you know all the technical specifications, how to fix everything, and
Okay.
you have replacement parts last you for a year. You got enough fuel ammo, everything for a standard battle rattle for 365 days.
I'm gonna
So
give
what 5 pieces of equipment do you take back with you to
one
conquer?
AIDS.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna take AIDS, and I'm gonna
Smallpox blankets.
no, that's not a standard issue. AIDS is because the government
Yeah, I
created
was gonna
it.
say, he's like, I pulled this out of the CIA arsenal. So
That or
AIDS.
crack. Crack since
You
the
want to rule the population. You don't want to fucking.
no, I'm
kill
gonna
everyone.
start it over.
Are you gonna start the war on drugs back in the fucking?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
like,
I'm gonna go
BC?
Nixon on him. I'm gonna go Nixon. I'm gonna get. My other piece of equipment, Nixon's jowls. And I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna infect him with AIDS. You know, like. No,
I think
first
that's
one.
how it went down in
First
the
one,
70s.
seriously, go to the higher ups, like the hierarchy, infect them with AIDS, watch them kill themselves, and they'll be like, and I'll be like, see how these people are dying? It's because they fuck boys.
So you do hate gays?
Well, no, I'm just saying like you shouldn't fuck underage boys. That's my main stance.
No, you should go to the Middle East and tell them that.
Oh shit, that's true too.
Yeah.
Get you a chai boy.
God damn it. No, I'm saying though, seriously, like with the AIDS thing, and then I'll be like, listen, that's what happens when you get too much money. That's why you give it to me.
But then if you don't die of AIDS, then you.
I don't fuck people with AIDS. It's pretty simple.
Well, but
have.
then-
Well, how are you going to spread the AIDS?
I'm gonna give it to one of the guys, and then I'm gonna
So
be
you're
like,
going to give him AIDS.
Yeah,
That
so
means
you
you
get-
brought
you
you
gotta
already
fuck
got the
one
AIDS.
dude.
no, I'm not gonna fuck him. I'm gonna have a syringe
then you
that
get
says
fucked.
AIDS on it,
No,
and
how
that's
he
what
does
gives it AIDS.
He stores the AIDS in his ass, and then he gets
Yeah,
fucked in the
yeah,
ass.
it's called
And
the
that's-
spider trap.
Quint, how many times have you called yourself retarded already? You
I
would have
know, but I'm
forgot.
saying you got a syringe that says AIDS in it. And I'm going to stab them. And they're like, what's this? I was like, first of all, I'm from the future. Just let me stab you with this. They're like, oh,
I'm
man.
from the future.
They're like, oh, man, I feel like writing Bohemian Rhapsody. And and then they make a concert. And then they all get AIDS. And then they die. And I'll be like, see, look at this. Look at my magical boomstick that kills people. Watch this. And I shoot him. And then his AIDS blood gets all over the other higher-ups. And then they die. And so the first one, AIDS. Second one, shotgun. Shotgun's a perfect weapon in short, close-range combat because that's what everybody does because, you know, the bow and arrow wasn't invented yet. It
Yeah,
was.
There's
It
Roman-
was. Yeah, I know
definitely
it
was.
was. I'm just
There's
I'm being a
Roman
shithead.
Yeah.
Um,
This is the age of copper.
Third one is
Bronze? Copper age? Bronze age? Bronze?
I mean, the Roman Empire lasted for like what?
they
2,000
had
years?
arrows.
Some-
They had Greek fire. I mean, Greek fire was around that time.
I think they went through.
No, Greek fire
I
was
think they went
later.
through.
Oh, was it? I don't
think they
know
went through-
shit about history.
I think
Greek
they went
fire was
through
medieval
bronze
period.
and
You're
iron.
asking a motherfucker that has said, I'm going to take a syringe full of AIDS and infect people.
Yeah, my first
year
thought was Apache helicopter and quit AIDS.
Yeah, no, I'm going to get, let's see, it's the slow burn. It's the slow burn, not the initial attack, because they're like, fuck, that thing was crazy. That weird skyhawk is up there.
It's
And
a
I'm like-
dragon.
and then I'm going to be all sneaky and infect them with AIDS. And they don't know what AIDS are, because they
Wrap
barely.
this shit up because I want to get to Paul.
Okay, well, and then, so AIDS,
Then he's gonna get
shotgun, third one, porn.
They have porn.
These
That's
are
not-
weapons you're using to take over the
Do-
world.
Propaganda.
Bring
That's
communism.
It's
Fuck
just
it.
Quint's
No.
undercarriage shot.
They're like, what is this? And I'm like, this is what people worship
No,
in the
but
future.
it's when he's getting fucked in the ass.
It's the only known video of Quint getting fucked in the ass.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Quint uses one of the 5 things. That's the sex tape that he made when he was like 14 of him getting fucked in the ass. And he's like, I
His
just
first
come
visit to
back in
church.
history with me so I can use as propaganda and no one will ever see
And
it.
they're like, this is disgusting. We shouldn't fuck young children anymore. And then the fall of Rome doesn't happen because God doesn't punish them.
Are you sure you're not sponsored by Westboro Baptist
No, I'm
Church?
Well, there's nothing wrong with being gay, but once you turn 18, it's not wrong.
Well, but back then, people usually lived to their mid-20s.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter
So
because
if you were 12 back
I'm
then-
God in this situation. Because I just flashed and appeared out of sky, and they're stupid, and they're gonna go, "This guy's Jesus," and I'd be like, "Listen, if
They killed Jesus.
Well, I know, but they're like, this guy's a new Messiah, and I'm like, I'm not Jesus, but I know of him. He's pretty cool, and you shouldn't have killed him."
You'd sing
So-
that Corey Taylor song?
What? Jesus is my friend.
I'm not Jesus. That song? No,
No, I haven't
nothing?
heard that song.
way over.
So I was thinking, you got to do propaganda, and then the last one is literally just the atom bomb. In case all those ones don't work, I'm just gonna nuke them.
so
I'm gonna turn fucking Rome into glass. That's what I'm gonna do. Just literally scorched earth for 40 days, for a month straight, till there is nothing salvageable. And they're like, we have this weird text in history that someplace it existed, and then it magically disappeared after 30 days of hell.
Little known fact, that's what happened to
the
Atlantis.
apocalypse. Yeah,
Well, why do you think Atlantis doesn't exist?
Yeah, exactly.
My ass got to
the
it.
new signs of the apocalypse now, like written in the history books, is AIDS, getting butt fucked with an undercarriage shot. A shotgun. People start buying shotguns. And what was?
Just literally just bombing them.
Just
Well,
a
no,
nuke.
there's one more. There's one. You can get
No,
five.
there's five,
there's
yeah.
5?
Yeah. just
I
one-
don't
just
know.
use
I
one more.
guess just like one
Oh, dude,
M1911 to jam 3 times and then shoot myself in the head.
Could you weaponize adult onset diabetes?
Yeah, just give him Mountain Dew continuously.
Yeah.
Giving them Philly cheesesteak pizza?
Yeah,
there you
yeah.
go.
A year's supply of Mountain Dew for everyone in Rome.
So yeah, my pretty fast.
Would you
my
imagine
5,
that? A year's supply of Mountain
dude,
Dew
they
for
wouldn't
the
know what
population
to
of
do.
Rome?
Literally, like that is the most taste that they would ever get.
Oh yeah. If it was chilled, fucking get out of here. There would probably be wars over it. Honestly.
yeah.
Yeah,
They
so
would
you
tear
guys.
apart Rome.
So mine are already the best 5. You guys can.
Yeah, I can't
choose.
top that.
I
don't
I
think
mean,
could.
it's pretty unflawed logic. Like, if you don't convert them, just bomb the shit out of them.
Yeah.
That's what we do now.
No, so your way of trying to conquer Rome is just to fucking kill them.
No, it's propaganda with AIDS, and then really fucked up porn, and then if that doesn't work, bomb, and then kill myself. That's basically what Hitler did, and it worked out, didn't
I'm
it?
taking it back. An Apache, an M1 Abrams.
See, you guys are stupid.
A
They wouldn't
240,
understand
a
it.
240 Bravo. No, because this is what the fuck would happen. They, like the,
Okay, but that's
like-
the thing, though. If you're conquering someplace, you need them to be able to comprehend what you're conquering with.
No, you
because
don't.
that's the way they see it as a
no.
threat.
No. If you
I promise you,
Think about
you
this.
can conquer a country and not speak the language. We've done it as
Well,
Americans
yeah. Well,
many times.
I mean, like something that they could comprehend. Imagine
Quint, if a UFO came down right now,
I could comprehend a UFO.
No, and
I've seen Men in Black.
but they would think that you're a god. But just imagine fucking Flash, and then like Caesar's lining up
Dude,
against.
they've seen aliens.
Give me a fucking second. Caesar is lining up against the fucking the Persians, right? Or
Yeah.
whatever.
I don't know. Yeah.
The
They're
Gauls?
The
Yeah,
bad
the Ga-
brown
yeah.
people
They're
fought.
getting ready to fucking
white
fight,
people.
and
Oh,
then
they're
you
white
come
people?
flying over the battlefield and use rockets, a 50 cal machine gun, and a minigun, and decimate the Gauls in about 0.2 seconds. Do you think there's any fucking way that they're not gonna just immediately think you're a god and you will own the rest of the world for the rest of eternity
And-
because you can control technology development and they would never fucking figure it out?
Well, no, but then they'd be like, why are the guys that helped build the pyramids over here?
Yeah.
They're like, why aren't they small and gray? Why is
And
he?
then if they tried to like seize your stuff, they wouldn't know how to fucking use it. And then you got a 240 Bravo, which is a 7.62 machine gun.
Okay.
And then you would just mow down the entire ranks before they even got close to you.
Right.
Like, so you would kill their entire army and just be able to walk in and you conquer Rome.
Yeah, but did you give them AIDS?
No, they've already done that because someone's going to fuck a chimpanzee and the CIA
Yeah,
is
throughout
gonna get a hold
history,
of it.
that's just going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Richard Nixon. Can I take back people too? Because first one was Richard Nixon. I've always wanted to truck the old tricky dick a little bit.
So, all right.
Yeah, I'm
So
sorry.
let me change it up. You can go back in time once. and
No,
only once to change
Paul,
something.
answer it.
No. Well, you said. Oh, you can
What?
only go back in time to do one thing.
To do one thing.
You get one use. You've developed a time machine. The only way that it works, you only get one use, and that's it for the rest of humanity. What do you go back and change?
So I'm a pretty firm believer in the butterfly effect, for starters. So, like, I'd say I'd kill old Adolf, but, like, we wouldn't have the medical and scientific advances we have today.
I would have gone back to a week ago whenever I didn't buy that Mountain Dew and bought the Mountain Dew.
That's reasonable.
I mean,
yeah, I could go back and
Yeah, but I mean, if
like
you
kill Adolf.
No, I know what I would
prevent,
do.
Prevent
I'd go back.
Ferdinand.
I'd go back about a decade, and I'd find my younger self and be like, buy Bitcoin.
But my question is even if you killed Hitler, wouldn't it just delay the inevitable? Because really, Hitler was just kind of a centerpiece. Like, he didn't really do much because he was so fucked up on meth and shit. It was all the dudes below him. Like,
Yeah,
Himmler
but
and
somebody
shit.
had to hate the Jews that bad.
Well, yeah,
And that
I
was
don't
all
think
Adolf.
Adolf really hate the Jews because I thought it was. I knew he hated them, but I think it was like that. What was the dude with the fucky looking
Goebbels?
glasses? No, there was
Himmler?
Kimmler. I thought it was
Himmler.
Kimmler that hated him a lot.
Himmler.
Didn't he?
Himmler.
Himmler. Goddamn.
Heinrich Himmler.
Yeah.
Heinrich Himmler.
God dang old Kalmer. And
he's the one who designed concentration camps.
And he was the one that's just like, hey, Hitler, we should kill Jews. And he's like, dude, I'm on meth. I don't care.
Fun little tidbit of a fact. No matter what language you
And we're obviously not defending Hitler.
no matter what country you're in, Das Juden makes people laugh. We were in Hungary for some military training, and they locked us in these fucking concentration camp looking things, just barbed wire fences and tents. And the local soldiers would walk past,
You said Das Juden.
and like we would try to talk to them, and they would like look at us like we can't talk to you. And like I was trying to, this one dude had like an F-2000, it's like this fucking rifle that.
Yeah,
I was really
I know what
interested in.
F-2000 is.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, let me see your gun. And he was looking at me, and I was like, your rifle, like, let me see it. And he was like, no. And I was like, Das Juden, yeah. And he just fucking lost it. He was like, ah! And they walked off.
Did you try to like hold
Were
your
you guys
hand
like
up?
quarantined or something? Like why
No,
did
so it was this last year. They just, from what we understand, they didn't know we were coming.
Oh.
So they didn't know what the fuck
They're
to
like,
do
we
with us.
heard what you guys
Like
do.
the United States Army is invading Hungary, so
They're like, why the fuck are you guys here? Like, I want to look at your
how many
rifle.
people. Yeah, was
Hey,
it a
we heard
company?
what you guys do to the fucking South Koreans when you get out and fuck around. We're gonna keep you in this hole. Did you try to do the boy with the striped pajamas thing and like put your hand up against the fence or?
We did a couple times.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it is actually a pretty good movie. That like,
Yeah,
like
I haven't
you don't
seen
expect. Oh, base. All right.
I mean, I can understand
Well,
the
let- let-
premise.
yeah, I mean, yeah,
I
I'll give you a
understand the
quick-
basic
I'll
plot.
give you a quick rundown. Concentration camp.
The Jews.
Yeah, I heard they weren't too fun. I mean, they had an IMAX,
No,
but like,
concentration camp. German officer. German officer has a young boy.
yeah,
Young boy
And he's
visits
Jew.
visits a kid at the concentration camp,
Uh-huh.
like through the fence, and they become friends. At the end of the movie, they decided to swap so that the German kid was now in the concentration camp, and the Jew was now in the German officer's son's clothes. And then the Jews
Yeah, 'cause
all
they
get
wouldn't notice
the
that.
Jews all get gassed, and then the officer like runs down there to try and stop it, and then he gasses his own kid, and then the Jew boy is the one that lives.
You know that kid definitely ate himself to death right after that.
Oh, 100%.
well, I don't know how the fuck
Kid
you
didn't even
wouldn't
survive.
notice.
It's a fucking waste of time.
Yeah, like,
Nope.
hey, here's this weirdly healthy kid and this bunch
Why is
of
this one fat?
Yeah, why is this one fat? Is he eating the other ones?
Yeah.
But I don't know how the fuck you wouldn't notice, and then all of a sudden this lanky little Jewish kid comes walking out, and
Yeah,
it's like,
this skeleton
Well, I think
comes
that's-
yeah, let
leering
me
through the
joke
fucking
about an
zone.
like-
insanely,
like-
horribly sad movie.
No, the kid. I'm pretty sure the Jew kid just like ran and hid.
I mean, realistically speaking, that kid would have had like one bite of food and died.
Yeah,
His
100%.
body would have shut down.
Dude,
Have you seen
A Jew, yeah.
I'm
No,
actually
no, the
like in a
fucking- the
relationship
series.
with one.
the series, the
Band of
HBO.
Brothers?
Yeah, Band of
Band
Brothers.
Brothers,
Have
yeah.
you seen Band of Brothers?
I read the book, and once when I
You
was
can
in-
read?
believe it or
I'm
not,
calling
don't-
bullshit on that right there.
I can read.
I thought those glasses
a
were
little
for
bit.
aesthetic.
They're not. I'm blind. No, I read it a little bit.
You need to watch the series.
I need to.
And,
I
Yeah,
need,
you
I heard
really
it's
do.
pretty good.
and then follow it up with the Pacific.
And then Band of or not Band of
I've
Brothers. Yeah,
watched
Band
the
of Brothers.
Pacific. The
Fucking
Pacific's-
Generation Kill. That's what you gotta watch, dude.
I don't think I've watched that.
What about
is that-
Apocalypse Now?
Same dudes, but Marines in the invasion of Iraq 2003. Fucking fantastic.
Oh, okay. Don't.
What about Apocalypse Now?
That's-
Because
I
I like
don't
Charlie
like
Sheen,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, anything with Charlie
no.
Sheen's good.
Well, we
Charlie
watched
Sheen
it-
was the Marine. No,
No,
Platoon.
no,
Platoon, that's
Platoon, and then that's the one where they're like Dennis Hopper is like, I kill Vietnamese kids.
No,
and
so
shit.
I hated Apocalypse Now because we watched it for English class because we were going over symbology and shit like that. Like red
Yeah.
stands for like evil, white is like pure, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So and we watched it in like 5 fucking class periods and had like write like what we fucking like what symbols did we see? What did it mean?
That burning
And
kids is loud.
And Apocalypse Now is just it's obscure. It's more of a work of art than it is like an action movie.
Yeah.
And it's like more like deep, like trying to tell a story. It's like I'm trying to watch.
Maybe they're like, dude, Jane Fonda was right, and then every single Vietnam veteran pisses on her grave.
Yeah, like I'm just trying to watch guys kill other guys and dudes fuck dudes. Okay, that's all I'm trying. That's all I'm trying to watch.
I'm glad you at least have your like standards.
Yeah.
Yo, I almost got raped when we were in Iraq.
Whoa!
Yeah, by some Iraqi generals.
Really?
So we were out there. Our mission was to advise and assist in the training of the Iraqi army.
Yeah.
So we were working very closely, hand in hand with these dudes.
So you're an MP at the time, right?
No, I was a tanker. At the time.
Tanker.
We just got lucky.
Okay.
They had like 8 tankers left, and we had to train them.
What do they have? T-34s?
They had T-72s.
T-7. Okay.
And they had an Abrams. They called it the Brahms.
How?
I don't know, but dude, if you ever look at the fucking Iraqi The Beast, not the movie, not the film The Beast, but the Iraqi tank The Beast from 2015, we trained that fucking dude. Went on a fucking rampage before he got killed. Like a 10-day rampage.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
he's a
that
fucking
big
monster.
motherfucker?
No, like a tank crew. I'll see if I can pull it up.
What's it called?
So they called him The Beast.
The Beast.
No, there was this
Iraqi
like
tank.
massive fucking Iraqi dude that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up after the show, but I just wrote it down so I remember.
Meet the Beast, the Iraqi tank that could. I got it saved here. I'll look at it later. But anyway, we are. So I got my name pulled from a hat for personal security detail, which means that really important people show up to the country because they want to see.
Oh,
what
that's
we're
one of the best fucking jobs.
Oh, it
to
was
have.
fucking cream, dude.
Except for the raping part.
So first and foremost,
I know, you get to meet congressmen.
we got.
Like,
I got to meet the SecDef. I
Uh-huh.
don't even remember who the fuck he was anymore. But
Colin Powell. No, that's
that's
way.
too
That's
fucking
way.
far
That's early Iraq. Just
but
kidding.
so we had Mitsubishi Pajeros instead of Humvees.
Okay. Yes, dude. We had those in Jordan. Those
Fucking
things are
fantastic.
Yes, they're
Yes!
fucking lit.
Anyway, get to the part where you almost got raped, because that's the important part. of
That's the only
story.
part Quint wants to
So,
hear about.
Well, no, because it's fucking sad. Get it over with.
The story actually does end kind of sad. So there's a full bird colonel coming in
Yeah.
to go talk to some people. And I can't remember this. I think Colonel Reynolds, I want to say. Dude is fucking high speed. Kill the enemy. Always said that shit.
Yeah.
So we got to escort him around. We're doing this for a couple days. And then we finally get to one where he's got to go meet up with these Iraqi high-ranking people, and he's got to sit in a room and shake hands and kiss babies and do all that shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so we pull up to the building, and there's 2 of us with him. And one guy's got to stay with the truck, and one guy's got to go inside and guard the room that he's in. So I was outside last time, so I went inside this time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm standing there, just basically jerking off for like 6 hours.
Well,
just standing there, just looking at the wall, like looking at my gun, just like, yeah, fuck.
Just chilling.
You can't look at your phone. You don't get service. You know, there's nothing to do. You don't
Yeah.
got a book. You can't read anyway. Someone might shoot you while you're reading. So I'm just standing there, and I'm just trying to get Iraqis to bring me chai, because if you ever had chai in the Middle East, it's pretty it's just tea and sugar.
Yep.
Just sugar. So I'd see my, hey, chai? And they're like, yeah, chai, sir? Like, chai. Like, yeah, chai, sir. And then they come back, bring me chai, and then they go fuck off, and I drink the chai and throw it on the floor, because fuck those dudes.
Yep.
Anyway, so-
yeah.
So then these 2 Iraqi generals come out. And Sayyidi in Iraqi means sir. And this dude looks at me. And they're like, so there's like a fucking, it's like a big room, and then there's a wall that almost separates it all the way.
Yeah.
But it's just in like another big room, but the wall like, doesn't go all the way to the ceiling.
Yeah.
And the dude keeps like fucking, like peeking his head around the wall. And
Just looking at you?
like whispering to his buddy, and he'll look around the wall again, just look at me for a second, like, and I can hear him like whispering to each other, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, this is pretty fucking suspicious.
You take your you put your weapon on fucking fire, like
Yeah,
semi.
yeah.
Like,
So I'm
getting ready.
sitting, I'm like, all right, what the fuck's going on? And then this dude comes out, and they're both walking, and my back's already to the wall because it's a pretty strategic position.
Yeah.
Entryway. No
Yeah,
one's
yeah,
behind me.
yeah.
And the dude walks up, and he's like, I'm like, what? He's like, I'm like, what? And he's like, me, Sayyidi, and he points to his rank, which is on their shoulders, and he says, me, Sayyidi, you, me, Fiki.
Oh my God! He
And
asked you if you wanted to fuck.
Fiki means
Yeah.
fuck.
Oh yeah, I kind of figured that part
And
out.
I was like, no. And he
Hard
said,
no.
And he said, no. Fiki.
I said no.
And ironically, I said, you can go get fucked, which is what he wanted.
Oh, he wanted you to fuck him.
Or,
Yes.
or to fuck me, one of the 2.
Yeah.
I don't know. But so then they're like pushing in on me.
Was
like,
it Thursday?
I don't fucking remember, man.
No.
Probably was.
Man Love Thursday.
Man Love Thursday is a
yep,
big deal.
big deal.
At least if it wasn't, it was definitely Taco Tuesday. But so they start like trying to corner me into the wall. And now these are our allies, right? This is a country that we are allied to. So if I shoot them,
It's an
that's a
international
big
incident.
fucking deal.
It's an international
like I'm gonna go to
incident.
jail for the rest of my life, no matter what.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and then they get closer to me. So I fucking charge my rifle, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to jail for the rest of my life. Like this is how it's
I'm
gonna
not
go.
getting fucked in the ass.
So I shoulder my weapon, And this other third Iraqi comes running in, like frantic, and he's like yelling, and the two generals like look at each other and they look at the dude and they run off. And he goes over to me and he does a little bow. And he just lied to them and got them to run off.
What did he say?
Dude,
I don't know.
He
He didn't. So I never. Me and him.
Did he speak English?
Not barely. He spoke as much English as I
Dude,
spoke
that guy's
Arabic.
a bro.
So to continue the story, this is where it gets a little bit sad. His name was Rahmad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He was 19 years old. We spoke through charades and writing stuff down.
Yeah.
He was 19 years old. He joined the Iraqi army because his father was too old to join. And his father wanted to really stick
Did you
it
do
to ISIS.
conscripts over there?
I think it's a family requirement to
Okay,
serve.
okay.
And I think so, at least. I could be wrong. But and he was a photographer because he couldn't hit shit with a rifle.
Okay.
And a couple days after that, our base got attacked. It was a
Did he get
V-bit.
mortared?
Car bomb hit the gate.
Okay.
And then after the car bomb hit the gate, a suicide bomber came running up, blew himself up, and then some small arms fire, guys with guns on the rooftops. And somewhere in that engagement, Rahmad was killed.
Oh.
Where
Very
were you? Where was
unfortunately.
this at?
This was in Camp Taji, Iraq.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was very unfortunate, young little kid. But
Do you have C-Rams out there?
oh, I think so.
Yeah. Did you ever see them go off?
I never got to see.
Dude,
it
I've been
personally.
watching compilations of
They're
fucking
fucking
C-Rams.
badass, dude.
Okay, so a C-Ram.
It's R2 Death 2.
Yeah.
Can I take some of your water?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So basically, what a
Got the
C-Ram
runner.
is
That's correct. Oh,
it's an R2D2 with
do
a.
you really?
No.
Oh,
Why the fuck
okay.
would I come here if I had the run?
No, it's R2D2 with a minigun, and its main job, its only purpose actually,
It's got to shoot stuff.
it's got a camera on, it's got a sensor on it. Basically, it detects incoming rounds. It can pick up something as small as a 5.56 round, so the actual projectile. It'll pick that up, and then it tracks it through the sky, and then it shoots it down.
Oh,
So
that's
something
fucking cool.
as small as a 5.56 projectile, all the way up to, I mean, fuck, it'll shoot down a plane. So it tracks it through the sky. It senses it coming in, and it just turns, and then it's got red tracers on it. It just, it's fucking lit. You need to
Yeah.
watch.
Anyway, so those things go in and they shoot shit.
Yeah,
They're fucking badass.
They're fucking badass.
Brrr. It's fucking amazing. Gives you a boner.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm kind of glad I didn't join the military.
Nah, it's all right. So
I
here's
mean, besides getting raped and shot at, it's kind of a cool time. Like,
you'd be surprised. You'd also be surprised how I mean, sexual harassment and assaults and shit
Oh,
like that
yeah.
happen all the time in the army in the
Yeah.
United States.
Yeah,
But
it's fucking ridiculous.
But you go overseas and it's way worse, dude. Like so in Kuwait, that's like the theater. It's the theater entrance.
Were you at Beering?
No, I was down at AJ for a little bit, and then I went over to Jordan,
Gay.
and then I went up to Buren for BLC. But
I was at Beering for like fucking 4 months before I went to Iraq. It's fucking
yeah,
nightmare.
I'm sorry, but so my first night in theater, we'd been there for maybe 2 hours.
Right.
We were, and not even, we just got into the gateway, and we're going to get midnight chow, and we're walking through all the buildings to the chow hall, and there's an ambulance right next to in the row over that pulled up. Come to find out, a big thing over there, and the reason why you're supposed to walk with like at least one other person is people will freeze water bottles and hit you over the head, knock you out, and like rape you or sexually assault you.
Jesus.
Happened to a sergeant major.
Jesus
Holy
Christ.
Fuck.
And it happened. Like I mean, like if we would have probably walked through there 5 minutes earlier, because they just found him outside.
Oh my god.
And they'd just seen him like 10 minutes prior.
Damn.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Fuck that.
They put a stick up his ass. They think it was his unit. Like they had just rotated back in from Afghanistan. We're getting ready to go home. So they think that he probably pissed off a lot of people.
Holy
and
shit.
It's either first sausage or a sergeant major. But they knocked him out and then, like shoved a bunch of shit up his ass.
Oh my god.
And then like when I was up at Buren for BLC, someone got raped at the Starbucks. Like the second night I was there.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like
I've been to that Starbucks.
yeah, it's not good.
Holy shit.
Yeah. But most of it, I mean, okay, I would say, depending on where you're at, it's like maybe 70-30, like soldier on soldier, and then there's contractors and there's just like locals and shit
yeah.
that'll fucking try and take advantage of that. But yeah, no, being in the military is fun. I mean, it's a big accomplishment to get through basic training. like regardless of how soft it is, or compared
Yeah.
to like
There's a lot of pride.
yeah, like you
Oh,
like
absolutely.
you make it through. Like I remember like we just finished everything. We had like 3 days till graduation, and we just finished our final FTX field training exercise. And our drill sergeant got everyone around in big circle, the whole company. He was like, "All right, congratulations, everyone. You completed basic training, whatever." And I was like, I thought this day would never fucking come because it's only 9 weeks, 4 days.
It's the longest fucking 9 weeks of your life.
Yeah,
Right.
it's 9 weeks, 4 days, and you're like, what in the fuck am I doing here? And yeah, it is the longest time you'll ever spend.
I remember, dude, we pulled up on that bus and like into Fort Benning, Georgia. And I looked,
Oh,
at,
you
the
went
ki-
to Benning?
I looked at the kid
I'm
next
so
to me and I
sorry.
was like, is it too late to fucking turn back? Like, I think I fucked up, dude. Like, I think I fucked up. And he was like, I think you can quit now. And I was joking, but like, I was like, man, I think I fucked up. And we didn't even get off the bus yet. Like, we weren't even in uniform. You know, I was still wearing the same pants I left New York with. It was
Yeah.
just, I think I fucked up, man.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
what the
dude.
fuck?
So when
That
we,
hat is scary.
when we got to St. Louis, the guys at the USO,
Oh, yeah.
I thought he said don't sleep on the bus, but what he said was sleep on the bus because this is the last chance to get to like sleep.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I stayed awake the whole time from the bus ride from St. Louis to fucking Fort Leonard Wood, and that was a giant mistake. So sleep on the bus.
Well, I hate to be this guy, but for once, I think we should stop because it's been over an hour and a half.
Can I tell one
Has
last
it?
story?
Yeah,
By all
go
means.
for it.
So it's a short one. It popped into my mind a long time ago. It's about the time I ran a wild animal over with a tank. So we were in Kuwait, getting ready to go to Iraq, just doing some training and stuff, which is ironic because we had the tanks in Kuwait. We didn't have the tanks in Iraq.
Yeah, there's just tanks on standby in Kuwait for no fucking reason.
Yeah, we can't.
'Cause
We train on them to deploy, and then we deploy without them. It's
Yeah.
quality.
When you could just
Taxpayer dollars well
when
spent.
you could literally just drive the 5 miles across the border.
Yeah, right.
from Bury.
Anyway,
we took a helicopter. Anyway, so we're out going to do some training, and in the tanks in the desert, you have to have an interval of like 500 meters because they kick up so much fucking dust with
Yeah.
the jet engine and all that shit. So the tank in front of me calls up over the radio, and he says, "Hey, all stations be advised, there's a camel in the road." And someone
There's
calls
camels
calls
everywhere.
back, and I was like, "Where?" And he was like, "Under my tank." So I'm looking, and right when the dust clears, I can see it pretty close to me. I'm like, there's the fucking camel with the split in half. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit, okay. So I swerve around it, and I call radio out to my loader, and I'm like, yo, dude, did I miss the camel? And he was like, yeah, but you got the goat. And the best part about this whole story is that the camel and the goat were not wild animals. They belong to a Bedouin, which is like a roaming
Yeah.
animal salesman, basically.
oh shit, he's
And
pissed.
we paid something like $36,000 to this guy.
Yeah.
But what he watched happen was tank number 1 comes rolling through, blasts his fucking camel. Tank 2 swerves and clips the goat. Like, to him, I wasn't trying to miss the camel. I was like, oh, there's a goat.
Oh my fucking
We got in
gosh.
so much fucking trouble for that one, dude.
You know what's funny is we paid like 20 JD for a fucking lamb and we slaughtered it.
Nice.
But you guys had to pay 36,000.
Well, it's because the government had to shell. He didn't willingly give up the goat and the camel.
Fair enough. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry if the Armor Talk bored you. We tried to make it interesting with some stories and stuff like that. But once again, thank you to our sponsors, RC McGraw's. Check them out at mcgrawsmanhattan.com. And thank you to Oak City Hot Sauce, based out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Check them out at oakcityhotsauce.com. Paul, you got anything give them?
Not really. Check in on your friends. Mental health is a big deal this time of year, especially with the COVID going around. So call
Yep.
your friends.
Quint, you got anything for him?
My dick's small.
And remember
Same.
that pee is stored in the balls. We'll see you guys later.
Bye bye.